Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. So picture this, it's Friday afternoon, your restaurant's packed for the weekend rush and your main oven just died. You need $15K to fix it, but your bank wants 2 weeks to review your application. That's exactly what happened to my local pizza guy. He was looking at losing potentially thousands in weekend revenue while waiting for the bank to get their act together. So, I like him. I started helping him research alternatives, and that's how I found Fora Financial. So today, I'm going to break down exactly how it works, what it costs, and whether it's actually worth considering when you need business funding fast. Fora Financial was founded back in 2008, right at the peak of the financial crisis. Not the easiest time to start a lending company, but that's kind of what made their story interesting. The founders came from financial services backgrounds and saw a real gap in the market. Banks were tightening up, small businesses were struggling to stay afloat, and there just weren't enough fast, flexible funding options around. Now today, they're not some massive corporate giant, but they've carved out this solid space by focusing on short-term funding solutions specifically for small and mid-sized businesses. Think of it like this. If, say, a local baker suddenly needs $30K to repair an oven or expand their seating, but waiting weeks for a bank loan isn't an option, Fora Financial steps in with a quicker turnaround. They focus on speed and flexibility. You don't need perfect credit. You won't be locked into a loan that doesn't fit. Instead, they look at what you really need and how quickly they can make it happen. So once you've decided to give Fora Financial a shot, the onboarding is straightforward. You start with a short application. It asks you for stuff like your business details, your revenue, basic things. How much funding you're looking for. There's no crazy paperwork or long interviews at a bank branch. Then after that, someone from their team usually gets in touch and walks you through the rest. They actually take time to understand your situation, right? They ask about your business goals, why you need the funds, and how quickly you need things moving. It feels more like a conversation than just filling out another form. Once you're approved, which can happen in as little as 24 to 48 hours, you'll get a funding offer. If you accept, the money is in your account pretty quick, like sometimes even same day. From there, it's all about repayment. They typically set up a daily or weekly payment that they're automatically withdrawn. So it keeps the amount smaller and moves with your cash flow. The terms are usually pretty short, like 4 to 15 months. You're not tied down forever. It's really designed for businesses that just need a quick cash bump to stay moving. It's not supposed to be a long-term financial anchor. Fora Financial has several funding options depending on what you need. If you're in a hurry, their revenue advance is probably the fastest. You can get up to $1.5 million, and once approved, the money can be in your account within 24 hours. The payback is a fixed percentage of your daily or weekly sales. No set monthly payments to worry about. It actually helped a food truck owner I know stay afloat during, he had some slow weeks. Then there's the line of credit. It ranges from $5K to $100,000. You draw on only what you need and repay either weekly or monthly with terms up to 24 months. It's like a little safety net. I've seen business owners use it to handle payroll during rough seasons without maxing out their credit cards. They've also got term loans, SBA loans, equipment financing, and even invoice factoring. Some of these are harder to qualify for than others. Like the SBA loan, it has great rates, but it comes with a long, complicated process. When it comes to pricing, things aren't always laid out well up front. They usually use something they call a factor rate, say 1.2. That means if you borrow $10,000, you'll pay back $12,000. It's not cheap, but it's clear. And there aren't any surprise fees hidden in the fine print. Now, if you're interested in checking out Fora Financial, I've got a link down in the description. For most products we talk about, we have special deals that you wouldn't be able to get if you went right to their website. Fora Financial moves fast. You can go from application to funding in just a few business days. For a small business that just needs cash like now, that speed is a serious dub. Now, the thing is, this kind of speed and flexibility usually comes with a higher overall cost compared to like standard traditional bank loans. So if you're hunting for the lowest possible rates, this might not check that box. But here's the upside. There's no penalty for paying early. There's no sneaky fine print, no hidden fees. Plus, they don't report to credit bureaus. So if you're trying to protect your credit during a rough patch, that can be really helpful. So look, yes, it is not the cheapest option out there, But if you need fast, flexible funding without jumping through hoops, it is definitely worth a closer look. When you compare Fora Financial with something like On Deck, both move quickly and cater to small businesses. But there are some key differences. On Deck is a bit more rigid when it comes to credit requirements and doesn't really reward early payoff. Fora, on the other hand, gives you some breathing room. You don't need perfect credit. And if business picks up, you can pay early and save. That kind of flexibility can make a real difference when cash flow changes. So while both are solid options, I think Fora edges ahead if you're looking for more control and less pressure on how you repay. Fora Financial ain't perfect, but it does a lot of things right. If you're running a small or mid-sized business and you just don't have time to deal with slow approvals or strict credit rules, it's a pretty decent option. Yeah, the cost, it might be on the higher side depending on your terms, but in exchange you get speed, flexibility, and a process that's not overly complicated. It's probably not for someone hunting for the lowest possible rate, but if you just need fast access to funds like now without a ton of red tape, it's worth considering. So go with Fora Financial if you need funding quickly. If you have decent revenue and you just want flexible repayment options, skip it if you've got time to wait for regular bank rates, or if your credit is strong enough to qualify for cheaper alternatives. What has been your biggest challenge when it comes to business funding? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your experiences. And don't forget to check out my link for Fora Financial down in the description below. Using these links can give you special discounts, and it helps support the channel at the same time. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.